Happy fun day! I am full of funness, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God. Geez, there's the cards. First child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you would have seen what I posted on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Good morning, Starseeds. The Earth says hello. What's up, what's up? It is God's beautiful day. Hey, you know what I saw? Breathe. I'd be going too fast for everybody. I'm like a whole child. Like, oh, who invited her? Does she ever calm down? No, not usually. Neptune, guys. Neptune aligns with the moon. Okay, I spoke all about it yesterday. I guess we're doing a angel. What am I in here for, God? Okay, guys, just the angels. How we were doing the ascension path. Yesterday we did a whole teaching. Apologies. That was my son, and I had to take his call because he's going to try to call and tell me happy birthday, and he's really kind like that. Anyways, I did a whole teaching yesterday, and it was all about these three connected to the solar plexus. That's what we were talking about, is the highest level. And I told you I've been over here with freaking Metatron, in and out with all kinds of deaths. Now we're in Neptune. Ta-da! Which is Poseidon, which is, you know, the other side, because I was stuck between, I mean, geez, these guys. Swear to God. Anyways, in order to keep up with me, you would have known what I was talking about yesterday. And that was really exciting as a birthday gift. My alignment, today's my birthday, and I am so aligned with Neptune, which is the spark of genius and inspiration and creativity and all of that. I am so flowing with positive energy. Anyways, so spark of genius, I suppose. Speaking of which, I sat down this morning. It would take, that's what I was going to say, it would take a literal act of God for me to get some energy and even put on a pair of pants. Like, if it's not sweatpants, I'm not going. It is so fucking cold. How cold? 24 degrees outside. I'm like, no, bro, like, no. My bones hurt. I'm at that great age where I don't want to leave my house for my birthday. I have to, though. Which sucks ass. And that's why I was like, well, let me do this, and this will give me some energy. I already took a bath. Do you know how fucked up that is, bro? God didn't even respect the fact that, you know, I was tired. I was up at, like, some ungodly hour. I barely went to sleep at, like, midnight or so after working. I'm like, that's lame. You're lame, God. Anyways, so I just think it's awesome. Now, there was something up in my intuition. As soon as I went outside, they're like, let's talk about Wolfman. Can we not? I just avoid it, just like anybody else. It's the ego. You just avoid thoughts. Don't you know what that means? Let's not think about that person. Let's not talk about that. It's all therapy inside of me all the time. They go back and they refresh my memory, which they love to do so much. I'd be hitting the I'm hitting the fast forward. For real? Yeah, it's just a stupid replay. Some Kobe shit. I miss you, Kobe. They were showing me, again, your attempts. That's what I heard myself say. It's like, does nothing ever please you? Your attempts I don't see them. My mind doesn't allow this to be seen for whatever it might be. I see everything as, I guess you could say negative is the way we're going to look at it. I don't know. It used to be like that with Russ. Russ knows what I'm talking about. He'd try to make an attempt and it would all blow up in his face, and then it would take me like 3 to 4 days later to see that he was actually making an attempt. I was like, well, I see where you were coming from, but just stop. Speaking of which, then your little friend, your little dog friend, your little chihuahua over there, he shares this Sagittarius video talking about, you know, somebody's trying to come in and ruin this relationship. First off, nobody's trying to ruin any relationships harder than me. Secondly, it's not true. First off, nobody was ever going to let me go. You think you're going to come in and take me lightly, huh? Yeah, you're gonna have to fight these fuckers off. In actuality, no, but of course it would realign. Why? I told you. Well, I don't want to really go into all of it, but the whole point is I have a bunch of loose ends, and I have to tie them up. That's what I said in my community page. I shuffled the angels cards. Let's go through this. Let's go through some of this. What does that mean? They're all coming into my energy right now. Did you hear what somebody did yesterday morning? Somebody was making great love to me yesterday morning. Energetically, of course. And it wasn't the regular one, so that one's really upset, and this, that, and who knows what other. And then the person that actually was able to make that connection is like, oh. I think it's funny. I don't know. Does God really give me to Hades? I mean, that's what he said on 11/11. I dealt with it, and then I moved on, and then there was other things to deal with. Really? Yeah, bro. I love how everybody's avoiding it just as much as me. I'm not trying to think about it. I'm just doing the work, bro. That's what I told you in the beginning. I'm not fucking manifesting you. I'm trying to do what I gotta do on my end to do whatever it means. But then they'll keep bringing me back to what the fucking mission is. Impossible. I'm like, oh man. Does he still bother you? He needs chapstick. That's where I'm at right now. I'm so fucking petty. Oh, Tom Petty. Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time. And that's why I'm like, what are you smoking? Because you're over there having an awakening. You're all like, it was a big deal to see this whole player, this super duper player, talk about, hey, I was having this idea about having kids. Meaning you were thinking about the future and growing the fuck up. And then you got the real thought, what if I had a daughter, bro? What if my daughter had a boyfriend like me? Oh my God, Becky, welcome to the awakening. That was beautiful. But I didn't see it for that. I was like, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, and I know... And you're like, just sitting there in fucking full-on reflection in your jealousy. I told you that was not my energy. You better heal that. Ew, that's an ugly... I mean, not like I don't have some of the most ugliest energies. Not jealousy, Hera. None of that. I wasn't jealous. I don't channel it that way. If we go back to Eve, was it jealousy? No. It's just... It's... How could you be jealous of something? I saw the creation. She was always molded to be something like me. And that's these doppelgangers that like totally made my skin crawl in the beginning. I was like, oh, why is your girlfriend dressing up like me? Why is she wearing glasses, bro? She's trying to be a singer. I can't stand this. What is wrong with it? God's like, look how cute. They're trying to be you. Because he was always very... I don't want to say proud, but pleased. The universe like, what the fuck is this? Wait, I'm going to put her in another form. You're going to love this. Every time he puts me in life. Oh, here I am again. Lovely. You guys get to live it out with me. Fucking generations will be reading and watching videos about this. She was the coolest person. I'm not a person. I'm an energy. And that energy is inside of you. Got it? Get it good. Oh, begin anew. That's what I said. I was like, fuck, I have to do this. But we have like 5 months, right? You're not supposed to be here till March. So I'm working on it nice and slow. In the essence, I'm working with the slowest moving energies ever. When they move on and come to me, then we can deal with our energy. Ultimately, what does it have to be? Reconciliation. But it doesn't have to be what it was. It has to be something better. I can't ditch and dodge these motherfuckers. I have soul contracts to break them out of their fucking hells and get them on the God's path. Not romantically, but that was the problem. I was romantic in the beginning. It was very romanticized in the beginning. So in the essence, Ali still thinks he can have a future with me. Russ is still fantasizing about a future. Bobby is trying to figure out a way to come fuck me. Marshall's just Marshall. Lewis is having the worst time of his life, but, he needs me in his life. Kanye is cleaning out something of his life, but he doesn't... I can't abandon shit, bro. Not just ship, but this shit. They put these fucking dudes on our boat, bro. It's Davy Jones' locker. Nobody got to heart or morals or nothing, and I gotta ride around the fucking 7 seas with these bastards. Truthfully, yeah. They will be useful in time, but I don't know. I mean, going back to you, Wolfman, it's like, I don't know how many years you put into just solitary, you know what I mean, discovery of yourself. These guys have been nothing about, they were discovered at like little ages, and you discover that this is who they are and they don't know how to change or be anything else. Realistically, where you're a person that's always been adapting to trying to find out who you want to be rather than just focusing on being one person. I'm a person that's taken off all of my being and is at the place of the fool. We both play the fool and that. And in the sense of, you know, they could make their decisions and stuff, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be spiritually aligned in the work and the process of what I do. And that's why I saw you in my future. As soon as I said I saw you in my future, then yeah, they all came in at 11, you know. So it has to be, and that's what I posted, is like, I'm starting a new life. In order for this to work, you cannot bring your old life, your old ties, your old baggage, your old friends, your old fucking nothing. Speaking of which, can somebody tell me the name of the piece of furniture that's in a mud room? It's a fucking cool ass thing, right? It's like a chest that opens up and you keep all your shoes in there, but it also has like this, it like builds up like a wardrobe and you hang your jackets on it. I'm going to leave the comments open. Can somebody please tell me the name of that fucking piece of furniture? Because that's all I really want in my house. Like, yeah, the shoes bother me. There's always a mess with shoes. Really, always, bro. No matter what I've done in all my houses, because there's like, we have so many shoes. It's not like, because we take the shoes off at the door, bro. That's the thing. So that's why I want that thing. I'm not necessarily going to have a mud room. What's a mud room? It's kind of like an entryway, but it's, you know, only in kind of country places. It's where you would keep all of your shoes and all of your jackets and all of your hats and gloves and stuff, because that's what it is. Like, I have to undress all this shit. I wear like 3 layers to go outside. Like, I need a place to hang all this shit, so then, you know what I mean? Because that's what it is. It's like, I don't look look like fucking Cartman out there. I got my fucking, I'm so serious. I got my turtleneck up to my nose. I got my hair tucked in. I got my fucking head, my fucking beat. I got everything. I'm even, I'm rolling around out there in the snow. It's not even snowing, bro. It's just cold. I like to do it, but in the essence, it's like you come back with all this shit and you just gotta pile it all off. Take it all off. So I want one of those. I don't know, manifesting the future. I want the little things in life that are practical. I think that was a great invention. Anyways, so yeah, I was thinking about that. That's it. It's like, I can't be having like old relationships in my new life. We're about to have a new year. Isn't it weird how it really aligns with the new year? But every new year I'm new. Wait till the freaking Chinese New Year. Woo! Woo! Giddy up. Alright, so let's talk about starting anew. Where's the book? Are you excited? 13 minutes of fame and fortune. I went on 40, the journey. Yeah, the journey begins like that, dude, where you just sit there and, I suppose, smoke a joint and start questioning your life's decisions. What about this, Buddha? I never read the beginning. They're making us read the intro of all these books I never read. Really? We did it the other day. We keep doing it. What did I see? Buddha? I saw his name popped up. I was like, what are you trying to say, Buddha? Or maybe it was the other page. What does it say? Every human life faces a daily challenge to embody our mammalian humanity. With all it needs, wants, power, and vulnerability, or to inhabit our divinity, accessing the radiance of I am as it lives in us, through us, as us. Well, amen to God and I am. Oh, I posted that too. There was this meme on Facebook talking about marriage and sex and Adam and Eve. And I'm like, I came first. I always be in the comments like, do you know who I am? As humans on the planet, nature is our home. But our own nature, and as nurtured through the golden spirit in your evergreen human heart, is a primary ecosystem home to your... Bro. Okay, I'm only doing church, so I'm not going to say nothing. But whatever. To your evergreen human heart is the primary ecosystem home you reside in daily. At any given moment, whether you're in curiosity or crisis or even celebration mode, you are either experiencing your human longing or your spiritual belonging, or walking across the bridge between the two. It was right here I saw a Buddha. It's all over in here, actually. There's a story of ancient Thailand called the Temple of the Golden Buddha. Buddha, they're talking to you. Not that guy. That one. I'm having fun. Hey, can I tell you about the ducky? Last night there was I don't know how old they were, maybe 9-year-old girls. They were running around with an enormous Ziploc full of all these colored duckies, and they ran up to me. Can we give you a ducky? We're giving out people ducky. We're giving these out for free. I was like, for sure. And I took the ducky, and the ducky is with us, and we're going to pull the duck card. I just want to point out it's the same green as him. You like it? The day before I got a little witch's hat. Where do they come from? God, bro. He can't. That's a form of God. He's trying to send a message, bro. You're like, what the fuck? We're kids, bro. It's funny, but it's not. Like, they're trying to get it. It was a kid to a kid. Out of all the people in the store, and I'm just standing there scanning shit, running around doing shit, these girls find me and they say, can we give you something? Do you understand what it means to be receptive to the messages and to the gifts and to the energies that are coming to you? Hey, and I just want to point out, I'm never going in the beauty section again. Fucking assholes, bro. I was there and I had dude, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. These people, everybody over there had a question and I had no answers to nothing. Actually, I'm lying. I had kind of a few I could help. But I'm like, I gotta get out of here. These people need me, and I don't have anything for them. I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to check a price. I don't know where anything is. Can you tell me where? Let me call somebody. I don't know. It was very stressful. Anyways, just pointing that out. Something about the duck. We're gonna pull the duck card. It goes on, and then let's go on to number 21. You should get ready, because we're gonna go do something. I just don't know what this something is.
So we're my new clothes that I really like.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. It's freezing. You should save them for school tomorrow. Jeez.
I could do it tomorrow.
You could do it whenever you want. Alright, a butterfly is a sign of a transformed life. Told you. It's the Phoenix card that we pulled. This is the awakening of a new beginning. Now that the old form has passed on, you must and that's, I gotta be honest, Wolfman. And this goes to, this is what's sad. It doesn't even go to them anymore. Is you can tell that there's no reason for jealousy or competition because there's no growth or movement on their part. It's not like you're competing with anyone other than their jealousies. It's really the truth. I just had to tell you that. It's like, don't think for one moment any of them have actually done the work.
I'm taking my cupcakes.
You're gonna do what? Alright, sure. I'm going to Denny's today. I usually on my birthday go hit all of the dispensaries and get a bunch of free weed and shit and do all kinds of shit. I just don't feel it. The energy, I just want to lounge. I have to go out because my son's shoes, I never return those. And I'm going to use that opportunity to do all kinds of stupid shit, which I don't want to fucking do. You really don't want to do shit? No. I don't want to do shit, dude. I really don't. I'm just kind of wore out, I think. You must let your new wings guide you, which means you must be willing to fall and fly. As the fleeting beginner, commit, dare, begin the journey that's calling you right now. And that's what I told him to do, and I didn't recognize. I was like, all you got to do is give in to this possibility. I was like, I got to do it on my end, but it's a little bit harder. Why? Because I'm Lilith and I don't give in. I'm not giving in. It's actually, that's where it is, and that's your rebellious spirit. It's like, are you going to give in to the the vision that God has on your life? And that goes back to me yesterday, tossing and turning in the bathtub. I don't want to do it. Talking about what? Watching 5,000 fucking hours of my life? It can't be done in 3 months. I can start cataloging it. There's no way, bro. 5,000 hours? I don't even know how to do the math of how many hours I gotta watch a day to make that happen, and I can't sit there watching my, like, talk about self-fucking reflection. Really? Yeah, bro, I have to catalog this shit. I have to fucking totally do so much work. It sounded like cringe, bro. Like, oh my god. And then you look at it as the biggest project ever. You put it together, it's like, seriously, bro, it's gotta be like 5,000. Nah, even more, because there's so many videos that are hidden on my YouTube that are private. I made, like, I don't know, hundreds of videos of magic and stuff in the beginning, and God told me to wash them all away. I have playlists of them. Some of them are open, but there's so many that aren't. We're talking like 5,000. I'm going to become a fucking screenwriter and editor and all kinds of shit. But that's how I'll be able to get everything I need. And that's how I'll be able, because once I do it this way, then once I catalog it, then it'll be perfect for the delivery later, which would be in episodes, you know what I mean? Because once I can get it, you know, into a database type system, where I can see that, you know, that's really what I need to do, because each video has layers to each of it. So if I'm trying to tell only twin flame, I have to get pieces out of each and every motherfucking video. Right? So if I'm only going to sell the twin flame story, just that. Hi, my name is, and these are my twin flames. I don't tell anything else about it. I'll just use the document every time I deal with my twin flames, which is nothing more than shadow work. That itself is going to be, you know what I mean, massive seasons on, like, Hulu. Okay? Now if I tell just the stories of witchcraft, it's going to be massive fucking stories, you know what I mean, massive seasons on Netflix. Really? That's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to piece it. The Ascension, put that on fucking Lifetime. Just kidding. Peacock. Are you peacocking me? I mean, seriously, I'll be on all platforms, different parts of the story. But I have to do this, and it looks so enormous, right? You're like, oh, I can't do it. But then you have to give yourself time, and it's like a couple hours here, and that's where it teaches you the repetition and starting the new habit and enforcing it and not overdoing it. And that is something as simple as your guys' new diet or your new workout plan. Hey, I just want to point out, bro, I'm on that Kanye workout. Just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, bro, all my pants are loose again. All of them, bro, are loose again. A loosey-goosey. My pants is loose, but my... Not on a fucking Sunday, guys. Come on. That could have been dirty. Realistically, you need to... You know, we've been talking about breaking patterns, reinforcement of new patterns, and doing all of these things, and that's what I gotta do. You're like, damn. I know, what a vision. Who decides that? Who wakes up one day and says that they're gonna be a... You know... do this. Those are the type of visions that God puts on your plate that seem impossible, that'll take forever. It's too much work. I can't do it. I don't want to. That's that Neptune shit. That's that calling of God. You know, fucking St. Patrick, we talked about him this week. It's like he got a dream. He was right at it. And that's where it is you get to work. Right? You have to be open to God's, you know, God's calling on your life that gives you purpose, but it's a bigger purpose, right? So when I can tell you from the beginning, dude, when God started having me record those videos at Red Rocks in the beginning of my music career, you know what I mean? I was like, I was doing what I was supposed to with no understanding, and I was just doing diary work at that time, and the shit that was coming out was so fucking horrific and diarrhea-ish. I was like, good word, I like that, that's my favorite word. That's my favorite word, diarrhea. Really? Yeah, we can rhyme that in so much stuff, right, Marshall? We can have a lot of fun with that word, huh? Anyway, so, it's like you've got what it takes already. You've been planting seeds, you know what I mean? That goes back to my ability to do public speaking, my ability to do all these things. It's like all the little things in life that I did you're going to need those little pieces, those little experiences, the wisdom from those experiences, the knowledges from those experiences to create this new life. It wasn't for nothing. You take with you the wisdom, and you use that and you apply it to your new life. And that's how I know how to run businesses. That's how I know how to do fucking all kinds of shit. because I took the knowledge. I didn't take the paycheck. I didn't take them. I didn't take anything but the experience and what I learned from all these various jobs and all these different things in my life, so I can use those, not bring them with me, but use those into my new house, into my new life, into my new this and my new that. So then going back, so God gave me a vision of that all year. Creatively, that's what I'm supposed to be working on. It's going to take forever. It just seems like that. That's what it is. It's like, how am I ever going to be famous? It's going to, if you're looking at it as something like that, or it's like you look at the picture, it's like, dude, when I started writing music, it's like, how do I get from here to there? It took years. It took literal years for me to figure out how to write music to get to the place where I was performing it and selling it. It took years. I didn't have, as Marsha said, you need a group. Yeah, I need somebody. I did it. I figured it out, and I did pretty well, and I did amazing. But that's really what it is. It's not, and I thought I could do it, just like this healing. I thought I could do it over a summer. And that's what I'm saying. If you don't start doing stuff now, you're not going to see the product. And I mean, even if you start now, you're not going to see the product until much later. And that's with a lot of hard work and, routine, self-discipline, putting in new structures. I just want to point that out. Right now I'm at a place, so he's giving me a new house. So that's going to be a new place. I'm going to live somewhere else where I know nobody knows me. We've never been here before. This is all new. It might be in a city I know, but it's still all new to me. Now, the pattern would be, oh, well, I don't know this area, so let's go to our stores. We don't know these stores. No, we have to find new stores. We have to meet, find where's our closest Walmart? What's closest to us? Instead of going like I used to, oh, I'm going to go back to my old neighborhoods. No, we make this our new neighborhood. My kids will go to a new school, right? So that's a new way of life. They'll have to make new friends and adjust to new there, right? When I get there, I'm going to have to, it's going to be a new experience because I'll be maintaining a new home. But I also have a new job that he wants me to start, which is online work. I've never done no shit like that before. That's all new. What the fuck? That's all new, right? On top of that, I got a bunch of old money that's supposed to be coming in so I can get me a new car. And I can start having new adventures and start getting on my new life and doing all this. But in my spare time, listen to what I'm going to be doing with my time. I will be sitting at home working, doing online work. And then the rest of my time, I will be sitting somewhere doing what? Online work for my career. He's got my life planned out for at least the next year. Did I plan this? He gave me an idea, and I said, that's a great idea, and I'll do what it takes. And I never did no shit like this before, and I'm scared, but you want me to do it, and it'll be done. How'd you get there? Lots of little missions. Little missions. Quit your job. Stop talking to that person. You know what I mean? All kinds of stuff. Little missions got me to a place of this big one. All right, as Gothi said, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. The moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. And that's it. It was always there ready for you to help you. You just didn't know that the help was there. The reason he gave you the path is because the path it's already open. You don't see how this path is going to open. You see it as a closed door. But as soon as you get on the other side, you can see how this will all work out now. But you can't because you're blinded by your fear. Really? So let me say this again. Until you commit, right? Until you make that dive, and that's that, you cut this shit off, there's hesitancy. You're always going to be afraid to do it until you do it. And then you're always going to, go back to, I can't do this. But the moment one definitely commits, meaning, all right, I've done it. I told him the truth. I quit my job. I walked away. I whatever. Then providence moves too. Here comes your rescue. Here comes your new life. You cut the old one. As soon as you cut it, it's like a baby, bro. As soon as you cut the umbilical cord, there's all the hands to catch you. All sorts of things occur to help one that would have never otherwise occurred. And that's because you're in a state, in the in-between, that's where everything happens. That's why I'm so well taken care of. Because I just hang in the suspension of the hands. Really? Whatever you can do or dream, you can, whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Unleash the power of new beginnings and fly. I'm seeing Jonica. I don't want to get ugly with you, but you pretended that this whole last year that you were going to be an artist, and you partially dedicated yourself to it. You should have had an album done. You should have been ready for a tour if you were really about that life. But you were just fleeting, pretending to, you know what I mean, to dibble and dabble in something. You're the definition of those cards, you know what I mean? It's like you have great ideas, but they never get off the ground because you never do the work. If you would have spent all those hours in the lab like your man does, and you see that dedication, and I'm seeing Cardi B. Cardi B said in an interview, after getting with Stefan, she said, I'm never going to say I'm tired again. He taught her work ethics. He taught her to push. He taught her to go through. He taught her how to be masculine and how to do shit. She was with a fucking ain't doing shit bitch that one didn't have to get up. He was nothing but a hustler. You don't understand. A hustler's mentality is quick money. We don't really got to move. We move in silence. We don't have to move. You're not going to see us working hard. We don't have to. Right? She learned through her man who has who has a very structured life, what hard work looks like, and dedication and routine. Like, nah, babe, I'm not laying in bed. This is what I do. Like, she learned how to have that, and she appreciated that, and she all of a sudden applied it real motherfucking quick. It was like, I'm going to drop my music. I'm going to tour. I'm doing all this. And he's like, whoa, you just had a baby. So what? I'm getting my life back. And that's what happens when a bitch leaves a fucked up dude. You gotta fucking recover. You can't have this. We have a mentality. We're not gonna have this on our fucking ego. We're not gonna have this on our conscience. We're not gonna walk around with you was with that fuck nigga. No. Fuck him. And he's over there looking hella fucking stupid. Yeah, she already done moved on so fast. And that's what it took. Amen to the girl. But that's what it is when you commit. And that's it. It may have started with some down low shit, but it wasn't like, and look what it led to. You think that they're not going to have, something? Yeah, they were both playing until they fell in love. Both of them was playing games with each other and other people until they fell in love and decided we're going to make this real. Fuck it. That's some good shit right there. I just want to point it out is when you commit to something, you don't fucking, put it down and give up on it. You have to give it all you got and give it until it's, it gets to that point. Unless you've given up, then give up. But don't be mad when people say you are a no-talent quitting motherfucking bitch. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right, so that's what it is. It's like, who are you going to be? You're going to be the same. Is that your game plan? I'm going to be an artist. That's what you played last year, and you didn't do it. And you had everything at your disposal. You have a creative genius who has all of the connections and he built you your own little fucking studio. You had all of the time, all of the energy, all the resources to do it. But you didn't want to do the hard work that artists take. So do not expect any of us to have respect for you. When you're not sitting in there fucking, fucking busting a brain cell trying to fucking finish a verse. When you're not sitting there fucking putting it all in there. When you're not sitting there trying to be relevant every fucking day to let people know that even though you can't show it, you're still doing it. You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit, bitch. Sorry. Russ, come on, let's go collaborate, bro. Let's go make some real music. You wanna fuck with a real one? A real one? I'll be your ghostwriter because I ain't got time for that shit. Yeah, that's all you ever wanted. Something she can't give you. And everything else. And that goes back to it. Russ, I talked to Russ too. He's all in there. It's like, I'm still here trying to break them out of their bullshit. I'm still trying to get fucking Lewis to quit his fucking job. I can't not tell Bobby to give up on his marriage if I'm the only thing that I'm the only hope he has, bro. That's so sad. But somebody had to Captain Save a hoe, bro. Bros was like, fuck, you can be happy, bro. And that goes back to Marshall. I had to get him off his ass. I gotta get fucking Kanye back to some kind of able living. Abel, get it? Cain and Abel? Able living. That was a good one. Write that down. As far as the rest of them, Allie, come on, bro. If we don't stop Allie, he's gonna be like, oh man, there's a sad thought. Where we at, angels? Oh my god! Rainbow children, unite! This is the best card. It's as good as Jesus gets. This is what we're here for, people. That's me. Really? And I'm going to make that headband. Look. See? I'm the mama. I forgot what these were called. A patooch. I can't remember. Oh, man. That's a good shit. I gotta go get my... That's what I need today. I have no sage. I don't want to go cruising through Colfax to go get oils. And I really am not giving in to the Talamon. I said I wanted someone to get it for me for my birthday. I'm not big on spending money, number 1, 2, and 3. Second, I don't want to be out in the fucking energy. And third, I just don't care. I'm going through some stuff. Oh my god, I went to Gabriel. Gabriel's reminding me. I haven't seen you, Gabriel, since 11/11. What are you doing? What day is it? It's my birthday, that's why. What are you doing here? Oh, the holy purpose. What do we... That's it. I have purpose, bro. I have to do these things. These fucking guys. I can't really do shit. It'll just click on them one day. One day, their brain just clicks, like mine. It just wakes. And you just wake the fuck up. For some people, it happens slowly, I suppose. You can see, that's what God showed me. He's going through an awakening. Wolfman's going through awakening. Now, as far as your... God, I love you. That was that pity love. As far as your belief in the dark forces that are trying to control humanity, humanity is the dark force, dork. They just always projected it to be an outside being. There's no boogeymans. I mean, yeah, the entities that you think are scary, the demons and demonesses like myself, you know, the stuff of the darkness, we're not evil. We're not doing anything to humanity that God hasn't sanctioned. I mean, okay, let's talk about Cain and Abel. Did God close his eyes for a minute and didn't see that whole thing go down? No. There's a consequence. There's a reaction to every action. He allowed it to be. But then you go back to David and Goliath, he did not allow such things. You go back to Daniel, you know what I mean? He didn't allow such things. You go back to, you know, there's certain things he allows and does not allow. And as far as the darkness, you could say, what are you going to say? If the Bible didn't say it was God that flooded the earth, would you say it was the devil that took out all of mankind? I want you to be aware of that. Like, humanity has always liked the idea, ever since Jewish mysticism created this nonsense, that there was something out to destroy you or take from you. Something outside of God's view or protection of you. That's why you fear the aliens. Do you believe they're not God-made? Or you just don't believe they pray to God like you? We could say that about the Muslims, the Asians, the Puerto Ricans, the fucking blacks, whoever you're fucking afraid of. Anyways, we are here during this time. Let's talk about it. Your holy purpose is to wake the fuck up. And then they'll tell you what to do with your life when you get there. I'll see you when... You're gonna be like, God just came to me. What'd he tell you? Oh my God, he fucks with us, doesn't he? That's what I think I told that to Bobby yesterday. It's like, God's always asking us to be brave. He asks everyone to be brave, though. It's bullshit. Really? Yeah, he wants us to be brave in the heart, though. Right? So that's what I told Bobby. I was like, I don't know if he saw the message. I don't care. He asked me to love him. And I have to literally be the bravest fucking person in the world to do this type shit. It goes against all of my morals, all of my programming, everything. He doesn't ask me to go after him in lust or anger or anything, need, desire. He wants me to just go and be loving because I enjoy the feeling of this person. So go love this person. Go get close to this person. Oh man, do you know what happens every time I do? Greatness. No, that's not what happens. No, that's what happens. No, that's not what happens. No, that's what happens. This is how they want me to see it. And I'm like, there's a residual, that's not what happens. Really, but that's all he asks, right? So I have to be my bravest. Same thing for every single one of my twin flames. God says, I want you to go show Russ some attention. Do you know what happens every time I give him attention? Good things. For who? Me? What? Actually, in doing so, I grow because it feels good to be loving, right? But it goes against your mind. So then going back to, Wolfman, God's telling him to give into this. Give into the idea of being with this girl. What would that look like? What would that be like? Could you see yourself with this girl? Okay, well now what it is it just wasn't something you ever thought of. And now the thought begins to formulate, and it's powered by your heart. And it becomes something inside of you. It's just a thought. But what it is love. It's a thought of love. He wants to give you someone to love. He wants this idea to enter into your brain and what that would feel like so you can start thinking about the possibility of love. Now, here's the fucked up part about my twin flames. He gives me guys that I would never love. Hey, could you ever love a guy like... No, think about it. No, but think about it. And when you do that type of shit, you open up possibilities. You break down the barriers of why you couldn't, what stopped you from your petty judgments. And that's where I'm like, you need some chapstick. Just little things where you nitpick people and say they're not good, that they're not good enough for you. And so in doing that, that's the braveness. God asks you, and that's Holy Spirit over there, fucking Gabriel. He's asking you to be brave. When he told you to quit your job, he didn't tell you that, he told you because of all the right reasons. Because this is no good for you. He told you out of love. Really? When he told you to, to do these things, he's telling you to do things out of love for yourself and to open yourself up to possibilities. And that's where the awakening comes. So my whole story starts with this guy over here, A for Adam. The atom, A-T-O-M, of all things. And that's where it is, the heart's awakening. And the more your heart thinks, and that's where it is like, I'm sitting there, he's like, think about doing all of this work for your documentary, watching all these, I don't want to. Can I make someone else do it? No, open yourself up to the possibility. What would that look like? How would you do it? How this? And that's creating inside. It's the vision board inside. And then when you're bored, you get outside and start doing it. That's the awakening. Commit to yourself and to your heart's callings. Little ones at a time. And that was God. He wanted me to give up my music. Why? Because he didn't want me to spend every day, because I was maintaining my music. I was making myself relevant. I was making shorts. I was making sure to upload. I was doing lots of stuff to keep myself relevant every day in the music. And it was no longer relevant to what I was doing. So I had to give it up. And I was very upset. I was so fucking upset. Really? Yeah, I'd put my life into this idea. And and the idea created and manifested, and I didn't get a chance to ride it into the wind. Instead, he had me put it on the back burner. It's back there boiling. I literally can resurrect it at any time and do that. And that's the cool thing, is once you've done something, you have the wisdom, the experience to not only do it again, but do it better. Really? That's the cool thing about doing new things. You know what I mean? Really? Yeah. All right, the Archangel of the Rainbow Rays, all colors of the rainbow, the unified chakra, which is the universal field of oneness. This is understanding your true universal essence, clarity, protection, completion, wholeness, and connecting to everything. All right. Crystals are an opalite, an opal, a unicorn quartz, a peacock ore, rainbow bismuth, rainbow moonstone, a rainbow or angel aqua aura quartz. It's back there. Did I do this on purpose? No, I was guided to get this from my son. This is a rainbow quartz or rainbow some shit. See it? And it was perfect. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm just moving on. Whatever, move on. Any oil that you're drawn to. I'm going with a bunch of. I bought it yesterday. What was it? Cinnamon, pumpkin cinnamon, cinnamon in general, but pumpkin cinnamon. Let's see. The star system is any of your choice. Asked to be guided home. All right, Christ is the first one, and then there's Teriel, the rainbow child. The angel of purity and perfection, or excuse me, purity and purification. Like her image on the card, Teriel embodies all colors of the rainbow perfectly blended to create the white light of the divine. And that's how you become a light worker. That's all I did was once I opened my chakras, going through each of my layers, I became a white light. Really? Yeah. This pure light is your light, for we are all perfect specks of the Creator. There is a Native American prophecy which says, when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come unto the earth from many colors, classes, and creeds, who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. Many high vibrational souls are incarnating at this time to assist with our ascension. That's myself, Joan of Arc, my daughter, and we got Benjamin Franklin over here, my son, and then some of you. I know you don't know who you were before you got here, but I promise, as I had told someone last night, they were talking about something about death. And I was like, you had to die a lot of times to be here. Do you fear death? It's like, you've been here before. This isn't your first life. Unless you get it right, it's definitely not your last. The angels have shown me that certain old souls have chosen to go through multiple evolutionary cycles in this one lifetime, like myself. I have to reintegrate all of my past lives. Shifting from indigo to crystalline children into rainbow and diamond souls in order to become keepers of the new earth light frequency. If you've drawn this card, it's likely you're currently undergoing an evolution and now stepping into your rainbow child essence. Teriel's light is exquisite because it contains all colors, but at the same time, it contains none of them. So it acts as kind of a void where everything is possible and yet it is all inclusive. It is the light of all creation, the still point between in and out breath. It is the purest, most refined crystalline essence of everything in existence. When you are bathed in this light, everything is illuminated before your path of truth, even the things you might perhaps wish to remain blind to. Teriel's light will bring discernment and may require you to step beyond your comfort zone, but it will also protect you from which is not for your highest good. Be prepared to release anything that isn't serving your soul's purpose and step into the true light of the divine. All right, again, I don't read all of these to you. Becoming the angel. Take heed of Teriel's wishes to protect by protecting the innocent and looking after your sweet inner child. I'm getting downloads. We have new people. Okay. These are the best way to start your ascension. 1 a week, and in each of these, and that's why I said I don't read the extra, there's a message, but then there's visualizations where you can meditate and meet and visualize having this experience for all of you new people. Okay? Honor your sensitivity, let go of self-limitation, and acknowledge the purity of your heart. Every child is born of light. You are returning to the true state of essence. Okay? Adulting can be tough sometimes, so allow yourself a play day, removing yourself from harsh people or environments and switching off the news. When your soul is calling for more gentleness, it's time to purify your energy and create a safe sanctuary within which to honor your purity. The time has come for things on this planet to change, and you're one of the change makers. Just make sure to take care of your heart first. That's lovely. I'm going to end on one card. I know I brought out a bunch of them, but we're done, and I'm ready to move at least off this chair. Must be like 11. We're getting close. Really? Yeah, I always get energy by then. Where are we at? Endless opportunities. These cards I can only read on light days and Sundays, which is basically Sundays. And all week I've been doing light readings, so you can tell I've been in the light, which is an ascension. You didn't really. I pulled a dark spread Saturday morning, but it really wasn't that dark. I cried, like I always do. These ones. Got it? Cool. Endless possibilities. I went to radical expansion. That's what it is. God gives you an idea. Is this idea going to formulate and you take action on it, or is it going to have to give this idea to somebody else? Now that goes back to me. They couldn't see me as their partner. They thought about it in all the most low vibrational ways. Oh, she could make me rich. Oh, she could give me blowjobs. They didn't see a life with me. And that's where you go back. It's like, what the fuck were you thinking? You thought you were going to marry Russ? He was going to help you raise your kids? At that time, I thought it was possible. I sent him a message last night, too. It's like, in the overview of all this, as far as baggage goes, your family is the least of my problems. It's like, if you would have thought of, like, you know what I mean? As, like, I wasn't crazy, although it very much looked like it was. It could have possibly... I saw something that nobody else saw. I am the only woman that saw Marshall for Marshall. And through my vision of what I saw, made him see what made him reflect on. And that's really what it is. Do you see yourself? Do you know how you're coming off? Do you know what you look like outside of yourself? It never occurred to them. Because they're so busy projecting themselves out that they don't understand. They don't see the projection of themselves, what's really coming out. And that's Kanye. Kanye, do you know what the fuck you look like out here? He's becoming self-aware. He's trying to apologize. I've seen that he did something. At the same time, that's not all. It takes so many layers, breaking patterns. He's still out there, got his girl out there looking. It's the same as a car, I suppose. You should just get like a scooter or something. Kanye can't be alone. If he didn't have her, he wouldn't have anyone. Do you understand how this complacency happens, how this codependency happens? And furthermore, neither does she. No, she leaves Kanye. She'll be all rich and famous and this and that and stuff. And write memoirs about having to be in a weird relationship with him. Be all kinds of R. Kelly type shit. Whatever you guys be doing in your bedrooms and shit. But, when you're ready to come out of Marvin's closet, you guys really need to, grow up. You're not growing together. You're just holding on to each other because you're not growing. It's like we'll die together in misery as long as we have each other on this boat. Bitch, you swim and I'll die. Somebody's got to live. Somebody's got to live. We can't just both die here. This is stupid. Somebody's got to live. Somebody's got to make the sacrifice here. All right, decision making, choice, crossroads, unrealized opportunities, taking the path of least resistance, heart over mind, direction, focused energy, the high road or the low road. Hello, on page 66. Whoa. Decisions, options, and opportunities. It's wonderful that we pulled this yesterday, that you can't live in two worlds. It's not one way. I can't live in two worlds either. I have to commit to a path too. We sit around waiting for someone else to make our decisions and we'll just go with the flow. But we have to commit. This is that 9 of energy, or that Knight of Wands energy. We can't just keep all of our options open. We can't keep thinking everything is a fucking option. We have to commit. And it doesn't mean that we make the wrong option, but that we take one of our options serious and start doing serious work about this option. Bobby's got to commit to either fixing his fucking marriage or leaving it. He's got to make that choice. And if he's still letting me message him, then he hasn't made that choice. That's a very hard choice. But it's no different than fucking Lewis. He's got to commit to either being unhappy or being happy. And that's what it goes back to. Sacrificing your dreams for security. There's no dream and spending another year losing. Can you do this? It's only a year, but that doesn't make you any more, it doesn't get you close to winning. This is difficult shit, bro. All of us have very difficult, and that's what I said to Bobby. We're all being called to be fucking brave, bro. Everybody is. We're all being called to commit to that highest version of ourselves, that vision on our life, that fucking calling, that we gotta be better, we gotta do better, we've got to move on. But times of indecision can also be hard and almost suffocating. The more we use our minds to battle the pros and cons, the more we move out of our hearts. And that's it. You're trying to convince yourself to do it. Your heart already knows what you need to do. The longer you think about it, the more you think your way out of it. All you need to see in the beginning is, why am I doing this? And that's it. If it's powered in becoming better, then you do it. Anything I ever did, all of the harsh decisions was out of a decision to love myself more. Why'd you fucking cut us off like that? Because I had to love myself more. You weren't being healthy for me. We were in an unhealthy relationship. Shit like that, you know what I mean? Often the best way forward, why did you fucking tell everybody the truth? Because that's the right thing to do. Why are you hiding behind a lie? Why did you want me to lie about what you've done in this life? Why aren't you proud of it? You did it, and now you want to lie about it, and you want to hide it, and you're mad at me because the truth came out? I did the right thing. You're mad at me. People are mad at me for doing the right thing all the time. Yeah, it doesn't feel right when you're doing it, and you fucking are going to hate me for it, but I did the right thing, according to my heart and my God. It did not feel right when I was doing it. You know what I mean? Turning against my studio friends, fucking outing my family members, all of that shit, telling all my dirt. It didn't feel good, but I'm free now. The whole world knows about my life. I'm not scared of you finding out something about me that you're going to use. This isn't no political thing where you're going to find out that, my cousin was a fucking crack fiend. Get in line. That was the whole family. What the fuck? You're not going to use any of the darkness of my past to hold me back because I stand in the truth of what it was and what it isn't. I'll tell you what it was, but I'll tell you what it isn't. Because it's not in my life anymore. So it isn't relevant to the fucking conversation. You can't judge me on my family. You can't judge me on my lovers. You can't judge me on my jobs. You can't judge me on none of that because none of that is relevant to my fucking present or my future. Digging up the past only works for people that are still that. And that goes to most of you. You want people to stop bringing up the past and quit living it out. You want us to look at you different, Russ? Then be different. And that's to the rest of you. Often the best way forward is to step back and do what it takes to get out of your head and into your body so your gut feeling can guide your way. And that's it. Your mind's like, oh my God, I can't do it. And your heart's like, come on, you can do it. Just do it. And you're literally crying. I tried to explain this to you, bro. Your heart makes you do things that you're terrified to do. When making a choice, you may consider anything that doesn't feel like a total yes as a total no. And that's where you have to sit with it. Why am I hesitant? Is it just fear? Or is this really a bad idea? Is this idea coming from my heart or my mind because of fear? Perhaps none of the apparent options are right, or any choice could be the right one if you wholeheartedly picked a direction and gave it your best shot. And that goes back to it. You know what will happen if you stay where you are. You can foresee that for the fucking end of your future. Nothing's going to change. You might think it'll get better, but it won't. You're afraid of what could happen. You know nothing will happen if you stay where you are. But if you got out of that situation, you're afraid of what could happen. If you stay where you are, nothing will happen. And that's Lewis. You stay where you are, you're not going to win. Nothing's going to get better next year. Which means you're going to have to worry about the year after that. Nothing's going to change. Not for Russ either in his music, not for Ali, not for none of you. None of you have, not even you, Bobby. You can stay in the comfortability of knowing that nothing will change and it'll still be the same, and that's good enough for you. That's complacency. That's what we call you're content with dying. You're staying there, you're content till you die. What could happen if you left there? Endless fucking possibilities that you have to let in. If Lewis quit his contract, yeah, there'll be a little bit of talk, blah, blah, blah. He'll have to give back some fucking money. How much? Who cares? He'll be the first one to ever break a fucking contract. Nobody will be surprised because he had the worst season ever and they should have never treated a champion like that. They would all applaud him and then offer him a fucking seat. But in that decision making, he could decide if he didn't want to fucking do this no more. I don't want to fucking do this no more. I don't want to spend a fucking year sweating my fucking balls at this. Sweating my brow, my balls, and my fucking career. It's a choice. It's a very difficult choice. But what happens if you quit your job, bro? You could fucking do anything. You're a fucking billionaire, bitch. You're a millionaire. You're the most loved millionaire that could do whatever you fucking want. You never have to worry about anything. All you're worried about is winning in a fucking race. You could be anyone. You could do anything. You could run around in your underwear painting pictures and still be famous on the internet. You could fucking just turn into a whole hillbilly and live on a beach for the rest of your fucking life. Swimming around like fucking, like an Olympian and shit. You could do whatever the fuck you want. Your life has came to your million billionaire status, bro. Like, give it up. You've done everything in life. What does your heart want to do? You own a boat and never even sailed. You have houses you've never even lived in. You've never even met your neighbors. You've never even eaten the food. There's so much life you haven't experienced, yet you have all the life to live. Just look at that, you know what I mean? Look at that. Look at all of you, Kanye? Like, what the fuck? You don't gotta do shit, bitch. Do what makes you fucking happy for the rest of this life. However long that might be. And you being happy will just bring happiness. Look, they're out there happy. They're out there happy. That's all they could say about you for the rest of your life. Look, they're out there living their best life. That's all you're supposed to fucking do. Russ wants to make it look like, all this hard work makes him live the best life, but it's not. The best life is not having to fucking live life at all, don't you think? Isn't that the fucking idea? We just run away and live on an island and, somebody feeds our fucking grapes and we never have to do laundry and never have to worry about bills and never have to worry. Our children are set. The world is set. You guys are there. Why aren't you mentally there? You're like literally financially there. Why can't your mental status get up with your financial status? Like, what's wrong with you? That's what these people on the ants on the farm are trying to get to that place of freedom that you guys have and do not even have. It's like, oh, you gotta work harder than us. What the fuck you working for, bitch? The finer things. How much finer does it get? Fine. Sorry, I love you. Bye. Peel back the layers to see where you are making your choices from, right? Am I scared? Am I bored? You're just scared. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I quit this job. Your mind's gonna turn on and try to get you another one. Can you hold that down for a minute and let God tell you to do something better with your life? Yeah, you can work. That's all we're trained to do is work. What if God trained us to do something else? Better works. That actually worked. Are you choosing from fear-based survival or a place of love? A choice founded in love can make you feel light, excited, passionate, and give you butterflies. It might be a little scary, but in a good way. It might not make sense to your mind, and it might seem out of your comfort zone or undermine logic. The low road can look like the safest, easiest path. It may avoid or lessen immediate pain and confrontation, but it will be long, winding, and exhausting. The high road might look perturbing, but it will cut through old stories and lead directly to the heart of growth and transformation. And that's kind of, I guess, where Wolfman realized it. You know what I mean? He keeps dating these girls, nothing's going to come from it. None of these girls is what he's looking for. They're just, you know what I mean, feeding his flesh. He's looking at the possibility of somebody. That's where it was. I wasn't. None of us were. That's where it starts. God makes us think about it. The possibility, something we gave up thinking about a long time ago. Our dreams, our desires, our wants, our needs, closeness, compassion, fucking companionship, friendship, all these things that we've been denied. We have access to people, but none of them give us such things. It's really intriguing what happens. When you choose to step forward boldly, it takes courage, but you will discover a place of trust. Rather than staying small, hiding, or running away, you will expand and open yourself up to growth. And that's what it would take. You know what I mean? His life would change if he took a chance, because he'd have to, you know, he couldn't just go back running around the world if he's over here trying to have a connection. He'd have to make life differences, you know, like life changes. Something he hadn't considered about living in America again. Right? Like, seriously, he'd have to change things around. He has to think about it, and that's where it is you guys didn't think about it. You didn't think about what it would take. And I even did that, you know, with Bobby. It's like, I would have to change my life around. What would this take? And could I see myself happy? And that's where the image fell. I couldn't guarantee it. This is where magic happens and synchronicities you could never have imagined land in your lap. But first, you have to step into the unknown and let your heart guide you. And that was me on my missions. God said to go, you know what I mean? Go back home. I don't even have money to get there. You'll be all right. And along the way, he gave me ideas. He gave me help. He brought me people. Whoa, bro. Things just open. Doorways open. That's what they say is the floodgates open, bro. They're there to walk you through your next path. You're not alone. Sorry, I told him I had to call him back. Otherwise, he's going to keep doing it. I told you he would do that. All knowing. But first, you have to step into the unknown and let your heart guide you. What if everything you wanted was right in front of you? Make the important decision to let go of outdated limitations. What could be the worst that happened? I'm seeing Russ. Russ, what would happen, bro? What would happen, bro, if you told her, we're gonna separate now. I'm moving to Colorado and I'm going on a spiritual retreat for a little while. What would happen? If you get pissed off and run home, she's gonna what? Not take you home? Not be your little doggy again? Shut up, bro. You're gonna lose this girl to what? What's gonna happen with your fucking families? It's not real. Bobby, what's gonna happen? Your wife's gonna go crazy, pack up your kids and run them away? Refuse to take care of your other kids? She's gonna turn into a maniac? Shut up, bro. You think God's gonna let her do that to you? He's gonna rip your children out in the name of... Shut up, bro. You guys think that the worst will happen, and I understand that, but it's not fucking true. It's outdated limitations. I'll never get another girl. That's a fucking terrible fucking thought process. That's content with dying with this broad. Dying unhappy with this broad. I promise you, she ain't going nowhere, bro. If anything, she's gonna fucking come get a fucking apartment right next to you and be stalking the shit out of you, bro. That's a stalker for sure. On God, she stalks the shit out of me. You think she ain't stalking you? Shit. Bitch, please. Reach for what you want and know it's closer than you realize. That's what I'm just saying, bro. You guys make things all serious, bro. Let me go clean your chakras in Utah is what I heard. Divinatory meaning. What happened in Utah? I don't know. It's the native lands, bro. You have options and opportunities you may not have realized. The universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there, so reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. While you sit on the fence, your experiences are diluted or confusing. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason and limitation direct our choices, and we feel unfulfilled as a result. That's it, because of this reason and because of your limitations. You can't really solve pessimism. Pessimism comes from a place of, absolute negativity. I can give you a million suggestions, and you can give me a million excuses as to why those won't work. It's a mindset of impossibility. It's limiting. You can't see that you can't give it a thought to make it work. That's the spark of genius. That's Neptune. It's a thought. It's just an image. It's an idea. But you have to feed that idea. And any of those stupid ideas that you're feeding in your head are manifesting. That's how this works, how we create our reality. Giving this thought is creating the idea of it. By giving it more thought and taking action is how it makes it real in my fucking life. Alright? So you guys give these thoughts of, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills. And then you give it the action of calling people and asking for help and telling people that about your thought that you don't know if it's going to work. So now all of a sudden you're creating this non-working energy in your life off this fucking pessimistic thought that you don't know how it's going to work. You start telling people and now it doesn't work. You've lost your knowing. You've lost your grounding. Just off the fucking thought. Every thought that comes in is not always positive. Let's point that out, especially in the beginning. I just started out extremely negative. It was all negative thoughts. It's my job to understand, why am I so negative? Why you fucking hate that person? Oh, I fucking hate him. Okay, I acknowledge I feel some type of way about you. Let's go through these negative thoughts of why. And if they're real. And if this actually has anything to do with you. Why do I hate you? Do I actually hate you? Let's start with the basic question. Do you really hate them? Like you want to hurt them, hate them? What kind of hate is this? No, I think what you're describing is disgust. What about them disgusts you? I don't like when people, hold on, people or him or them? All people? And that's where it starts. You recognize a pattern that you're projecting on a person. Do you hate this person, or this person does something that makes you uncomfortable? And when any person does this. So that means how many people have control over you to make you hateful? Welcome to self-realization. So that's really what it is. It's like, oh, where'd this terrible thought come from? And then, the good thoughts. You have to, you work through your thoughts. That's the way to the ascension. And you you clear out the negative thoughts as they come in, as they pour in, you work through those, and then you get to a place of, sound mind, where you can get positive thoughts, which is divine creativity or inspiration, visions given to you by God. Okay? Let's see. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason, choose life from a place of heart, compassion, and integrity. And you can't go wrong. As long as you're doing what your heart says, you can't go wrong. And there are these times, it's like, I can remember a couple of them, especially when it comes to Marshall. That fucking day, Marshall, will never, ever leave my energy. The day that I talked to you like that, bro, like, it wasn't a big deal. The conversation, I don't have the messages. He knows what I said. What did I say? I was talking to him about his daughter and her evolution and how she's unhealed and how this is going to project and how he needs to heal. And then the very next day I find out that while I was giving him this really in-depth conversation about his daughter, it was her wedding day. And I panicked. And I so believed that the conversation I had with him was so... I put the wrong card in? Oh yeah, no I didn't. Was so... It was the timing. I didn't regret what I said until I realized when I was talking to him about it, and that it was the most vulnerable time of his life, and here I am making it worse, is what I felt like. And this is all happening in my head. I am panicking. I am so sorry that I was bugging you with that, and I'm so sorry I said all those things, and I just meant I was coming from the right place, and God set me up, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please. I thought he would never talk to me again over that shit. There was no indication to say so other than logic and reason. Logically speaking, you shouldn't be talking about his daughter the way that we were. I sent him a picture of her in a bathing suit. And I talked about how she's, out there looking for attention, and she never needed that. And that's because of, this, that, and the other. I talked about her alcohol. All of this. Not knowing he's at her wedding and she's pregnant. Which should have been the happiest day, but it's not, because I'm in his skin when I realize this, and I realize what a difficult day this is for him to be there in these moments, and I'm over here talking about you're this and you're this, and this is because you're a bad father. The next day I wanted to die, and I was sure I lost him forever for pulling a knack like that on the most important day of his life. During it, he tried to acknowledge, while I'm panicking and crying in the DMs, and I'm so sorry, and please forgive me, and blah, 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 blah. He switches his profile picture and he posts something, and I'm just like not even paying attention that I'm dying in my brain about what had happened. It was a very difficult conversation, and it just, it happens. These things happen, like, it's like God calls you to do something and you don't realize the intensity of it, and then you start overthinking it, and it can become really bad. And that's usually a Saturn where you're like, I've ruined my life. I've ruined this relationship. They're never going to talk to me. The world hates me. Nobody loves me. Those moments come. You know what I mean? Like, after my divorce, I should have been happy. I threw a party, but that's not where I was mentally. I was trying to mentally celebrate this, but it wasn't a success. It was a fucking failure. And that's really kind of where it is, smile and wave type shit. They're difficult choices, and I'm not surprised that came up. Like I said, that's what I said to Bobby. I said something about that. It's like, we have to make difficult choices, dude, all of us, in the name of love. That's what I told him. What I really said is, loving you was the bravest thing I've ever done, and every time I do it, I become more powerful. The love conquers. And I was like, I can't not love you. And in that essence, what does that mean? I'll see you soon? That's what I told him. Really? I'm sure of it. We have to. God said, we have to fix this. We can't leave this the way it is. And that's where it is. God doesn't like things to be ugly. He doesn't like he wants all things new. He wants to fix this. Whatever it has to look like, it has to change. Really? So he's enforcing a change right now. Otherwise, it has to die. And that's what I said. It can't go into my new life. Old energies, old patterns, old behaviors, old resentments, unfinished business. I have unfinished business. Really? Unfinished business. So, wrap it up, guys. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.